And here we are again at the making of Milky Q&A. Which version?
See? 3, episode 3.
You mean I missed 2?
Yes, you missed 2. You weren't there in my lovely shed. Right, as usual, not much preparation. We'll just dive in.
Actually, where are we first? Can you
Oh,
say
well,
what
we're at the Winter Gardens, which is where GEEK2012 is being held. And it's a bit cold, but it's not as windy as it was yesterday.
Look at the lovely surroundings we get to film in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
And look at the locals.
It's all good. Right, okay.
Here's Andy with his...
So it's
Andrew.
real.
Andrew,
it's
isn't
real.
it?
Andrew doesn't know. But look, it's real. Look, there's the questions and everything, and my Twitter account, and you can probably steal people's hats and things. But anyway, and as usual, the makeup will be in higher quality than the actual video. So here we go. Hello, everyone on Twitter. It still feels weird saying that. Going to dive right in. You know the format. Questions. You ask me questions, I give you answers. We're here at Geek 2012 in Margate, which is nearly as much of a dump as everyone said. But we found some cool bits, mainly in Morrison's. Anyway, onwards. Kush3, long-time fan, he asked me, how important is a game's name and do I feel pressured to call a game something familiar, e.g. angry, blah. I think a game's name is very, very important. It's got to kind of sum up what you do in the game, ideally, or at least who you play as. It's got to try and sum up why it's fun, but that's really hard when there's like a 15 character limit or whatever. And do I feel the pressure? Yeah, I do. I mean, you know Kush, but I'm sure other people don't. Long time ago, before Hardlines came out, we were umming and ahhing about all kinds of different names. Angry Lines was one of them, and we nearly considered actually launching with that. I'm glad we didn't, because you don't want to just be hopping on a bandwagon. You want to be the guy that names something, and then, or girl, that names something, and then other people call it that. That's, I think, the best way. Magnus Triolith asks, do I happen to have a rough number on the cost of acquiring a user to download my game? He looked, but he can't find you. I think he looked and then he found some, he looked harder and found some, but I don't have any rough numbers, but just so you know, I probably did about a month and a half of solid PR and marketing, and that's at, London rates is probably over £300 a day, so that gives you an idea of, and we hit, 25,000 paid downloads, so you can probably do the maths quicker than I can. I asks, so how do they cram all that gram? I think he means drugs. Drugs are bad, okay, even. But in the spirit of the Q&A, they're only a pixel wide, the lines, so I don't know where the nostrils are for the cramming of the grams. Sorry. Sam wrote down, asks, what's the best thing about indie development? Freedom, simply put, just being able to do what I want. There's a lot of references in Hardlines, for example, logos and things that may get bigger companies in trouble. Maybe they will now if this video thing becomes really popular, but oh well, I did it because it's fun, Games Britannia asks, will there be a Hardlines edu? Maybe. Do the lines like maths? I haven't asked them, and I know that he's pushing me to do it. I think he'd be more interested in one of the Gelder games that I've got coming up, but more on that soon. Ember again asks a whole load of questions, so I'm going to rip through them. What one designer and project could draw me away from the jet set life of an indie developer? Nintendo and project, maybe, I don't know, like a new IP for Nintendo. That would be it. And working with either Tetsuya Mitsuguchi or Miyamoto. There you go. What one thing am I tired of hearing about regarding indie developers? How poor we are. Yeah, because I don't go on about that much. Again, Embra, after Double Fine's success, is Kickstarter now basically fecked for everyone else? Excuse my French. Or is there still room for others? Yeah, there's plenty of room. It's fine. People won't find it as easy as they did, because the guy spent 15 years being like the best at his job and having a bunch of, hundreds of thousands of adoring fans. So, that's not easy to replicate, but it's not screwed it. I'm going to drop in one from I'm Drew. What's your favourite drinking game? 2. He'll get that. It's an in-joke. Back to Embra. What's the dumbest, funniest thing you've ever read about yourself in the press that wasn't true? I haven't read anything dumb or funny that's not true. All the dumb and funny stuff's been true. So, I'm not sure if I should be pleased. Night Jim asks, with all this talk of Psychonauts 2 and XCOM, what franchise do I want to see come back from the dead? The dead. Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio, definitely. That would be cool. There's loads of others. Burning Rangers, Guardian Heroes, mostly Sega stuff. Shenmue. There's lots. Ember again asks, is it true that my chin is actually a prosthetic modelled on that of Bruce Campbell? No, this is not true, and that's probably the dumbest, funniest thing I've read about myself now. He also asks, is it true that my chin is Carl Urban's stunt double for the filming of Judge Dredd? If someone would like to Photoshop a still from this, then they can. I'll just do a tight-lipped pose. There we go. Hopefully that'll get Photoshopped. Not sure I should wish for that sort of thing. Andreth asks, how much cake do I feed other developers while working with me on projects? As much as they ask for, which so far has been none. Hint. Thank you for that, Warren. Ember again asks, you're often referred to as the nicest guy in indie development circles. Oh, is that getting to be a pain at all? Yes, because I'm a dick, and I hate all of you, and I'm horrible. I'm kidding, obviously. It's really lovely that I've got that reputation, if that's true, and there are lots of other lovely people, like Byron, who's over there filming, and everyone should get to know them as well. Adam S. Russell asks, what's love got to do with it? I don't know, what is love but a second-hand emotion? I don't think it's got anything to do with it.
Oh,
Groan, you can talk. Also, I owe a couple of other people questions. Shame Game, I forget who asked it. Shame Game is Pokemon Snap. It's the most underrated light gun game ever made. And XZChick, in her video diary response to my last one, asked, am I ever going to shave? Well, look, I did. I shaved. I still got a beard. It's kind of designery now, but I did shave. Oh God, what other platforms do I have? She asked. Oh, I've got like a SNES, 2 Mega Drives, don't ask, N64, Dreamcast, PS2, DS, Lite, 3DS, iPhone, iPad, PC, Xbox 360, don't have a PS3, don't have a PSP, and a few others that I've forgotten. But my favourite Dreamcast of all time is console. There you go. Or SNES. But there you go. That's it. I've gone over. It's 6.5 minutes. Love you all. Till next time. Bye bye.
How did you feel that one went? How did you feel that one went?
I don't know. I went a minute and a half over.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which isn't great. I don't know. I think it went good. And I'm pleased that I remember. I was really panicking that I wouldn't remember the other questions from the other people that I hadn't answered. But I was in the shower the other day and I thought, oh, I know what game I shouldn't like. Pokemon Snap. It's for like 4-year-olds or something. But it's really good.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Okay, so now we'll take a walk into the building where we're actually, well, showing our games.
Yeah, you get to see the setup.
Yay.
It's quite something. It's not as smelly and sweaty as other ones I've been to.
No, this is true. But this is GEEK2012.
Knock, knock.
Oh, this is good.
Or is it the other one?
Oh, it's the other one. Sorry. Thank you.
There's a man talking.
So, this is the kind gentleman who let us in.
There's like handheld.
Go on, you lead the way.
All kinds of bits.
Show us
You go
GEEK2012.
through and look at that. Power Stone 2.
This is actually very amazing.
Indie Skies, how much they like Power Stone 2, seeing as they'd never even heard of it until 3 days ago.
Oh, right.
Laurie, how much do you like Power Stone 2?
This much!
Get me in the shop and do it side out.
This is James Harkness. This is, well, the guy who dragged us down here. That is Alistair Ashton. He makes a game called Gritty Bankers. This is Lenny.
Lenny trying to beat the final was a Gritty Bankers in Crisis.
Anyway, look at the Unity game.
There's another one of the Indie Sky games. He's well, they make lots of things actually. They're students, but they're really good games. Quite impressed really. There's my game. Woo! Here's the rest of the place. All these things are really old consoles, dating back to Pong. We've got SNES. Everything's here. Amiga 500s, arcade games. It's a really good place. If you get a chance to, you should come down here. Anyway, I'm about to run out of space in this thing, so I'm going to sign off. And here you go. Have fun.